In the grand theater of world history, European diplomacy and overseas expansion play pivotal roles, orchestrating a complex symphony of power dynamics that shaped the modern world. For students embarking on the AP World History journey, delving into this era reveals not only the ambitions and rivalries of European powers but also the profound impacts of their actions on global trade, colonization, and cultural exchanges. This exploration offers a window into the intricate dance of diplomacy, the fervor of exploration, and the consequences of empire building that define this transformative period. The concept of the balance of power emerged as a cornerstone of European diplomacy, underpinning the relationships between increasingly centralized states vying for dominance yet wary of any single power achieving hegemony. This delicate equilibrium was maintained through alliances, wars, treaties, and marriages, as seen in the shifting allegiances of the Italian city-states, the Habsburg-Valois conflicts, and the later diplomatic maneuvers of the Concert of Europe. The balance of power principle sought to prevent the domination of one state over the others, ensuring that no single power could dictate the affairs of Europe uncontested. Parallel to the machinations of European diplomacy was the drive for overseas expansion, fueled by a quest for wealth, resources, and strategic advantage. The Age of Discovery, initiated by Portugal and Spain in the 15th century, opened new maritime routes to Africa, Asia, and the Americas, setting the stage for centuries of exploration, conquest, and colonization. This era of expansion was not merely a pursuit of economic interests but also a projection of power, as European states sought to establish vast empires that would enhance their prestige and influence on the world stage. The Treaty of Tordesillas in 1494, brokered by the Pope, exemplified the interplay between diplomacy and overseas expansion, as it divided the newly discovered lands outside Europe between Spain and Portugal along a demarcated line. This agreement underscored the role of diplomacy in managing colonial ambitions and set a precedent for the negotiation of spheres of influence that would characterize European imperialism. As European powers extended their reach across the globe, they encountered diverse civilizations and established complex trade networks that facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. The Columbian Exchange, a byproduct of European exploration and colonization, brought about unprecedented ecological and cultural exchanges between the Old and New Worlds, with lasting impacts on global population, agriculture, and societies. However, European expansion also had darker legacies, marked by the exploitation and subjugation of indigenous peoples, the establishment of oppressive colonial regimes, and the horrors of the transatlantic slave trade. The pursuit of wealth and power led to the devastation of native populations and cultures, highlighting the ethical and moral dilemmas inherent in empire building. For AP World History students, the story of European diplomacy and overseas expansion is a multifaceted narrative that illuminates the complexities of historical development. It showcases the interplay between domestic policies and foreign ambitions, the impact of technological and navigational advances on global exploration, and the profound consequences of cultural encounters and exchanges. Understanding this period requires grappling with the motivations behind European expansion, the mechanisms of diplomacy and warfare that supported it, and the global repercussions of these actions. It invites students to reflect on the nature of power and its implications for societies, the dynamics of cultural interaction and assimilation, and the lasting effects of colonialism and imperialism. In conclusion, the balance of power in European diplomacy and the drive for overseas expansion are critical chapters in world history that offer valuable lessons for understanding the forces that have shaped our world. Through the lens of AP World History, students gain insights into the strategic considerations that guide state actions, the interconnectedness of global events, and the human experiences that underpin historical narratives. This exploration not only prepares students for their exams but also equips them with a deeper appreciation of the complexities of the past and its enduring influence on the present and future. By examining the ambitions, rivalries, and encounters of European powers, students are reminded of the importance of diplomacy, the costs of expansion, and the value of cultural exchange in forging a more interconnected and understanding world.